If I'm not gonna eat
It's
the
so
whole bag.
no. I was
Danny,
literally
Catherine.
I was literally trying to think of who the fuck, because someone brought that to the last pay-per-view event, and I was eating the shit out of them.
Oh, I didn't bring that.
No,
That's in the
someone
Snapchat.
brought them then.
Snapchat, Tico, your mom got me this for Valentine's.
That must have been.
Might have been Tico. Might have been fucking.
It must have been Colby.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it might have been Colby. Colby brought some like treats and shit like that.
Free
Boomer
in-game
Live, by the
contested
way.
with purchase. Hang on, we might win something here.
We got
Get this on camera.
Prize.
Get this on camera.
Oh, it is on camera.
It's not on.
Yeah, just the TV will take a second.
Yeah.
Steve said you guys started late because you were looking at your Minecraft.
You want to look at it?
Steve was definitely so pissed. We were just fucking doing that for like an hour. He's like, "Oh, that's great, guys. That's real cool." I'm like, yeah, okay. That's
Nerded
nice.
out on him. Harry, you're gonna love this world.
It was so funny.
I'm turning the Xbox on now.
UFC. No.
Are we on?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh.
All right. We are Boomer Live. We've been live for 2 minutes now. And UFC Vegas
Hey, guys.
71.
That was
I told
all
you.
on camera?
I said that we were live.
I
You
didn't
might not
hear
have heard
you.
me. You might not have heard me. Yeah, we're fucking
Who
live.
said
man.
it would take a second?
The
Like, come
show
on.
must go on. No, the TV will take a second.
I like
Oh,
looking
wait.
at the TV.
Okay, there we go. Now it'll connect. My bad.
Hang on. Wait. Okay.
Boom, we're live.
Now we're officially live, dude.
UFC Vegas 71 is coming up this weekend. Sneaky good
Sneaky good.
fucking
What the hell?
fight night card. Like actually pretty damn decent.
Pretty damn decent. And you put the numbers on there. Bro.
Yeah,
We're 3 years in. We're making improvements every day, folks.
as soon as we got here, this camera is
Oh,
really
you
fucked
did?
up.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So I
we're
got
making
that.
improvements.
We got the reaches, we got the last 5, we got everything.
putting that. If you start putting the reaches and the weight,
I wonder
leg
if I can
reach.
do that.
take that. Nah, don't do that. Don't.
I wonder if
That's
I
all
can
too
do
much
the
work.
that
stats.
here.
Put all the stats on every single PowerPoint.
I wonder if I can actually do that. Hold on. Let me see if I can like set it up
Just
this
copy
way.
and paste.
No, I can't, right? Because if
Yeah,
I were
oh,
to
yeah.
do that,
Try it.
hold on. What if I were to do this? Like,
Oh, you can definitely copy.
Wait, you can only have so
Oh,
many
boy.
characters. So that's on one thing, so you're good.
Wow.
not gonna work like that though.
Tab it. Oh,
You can't tab it.
you can't tab it.
No,
Can't enter it either.
never mind.
Because then
You gotta
it's
put
gonna-
reach on
Yeah,
it.
see, it's not even gonna work like
Shit.
that.
Yeah, but if you put it on there, be like
I'll come up with some
Purity
graphics
on
for it or
Purity
something.
on 67-inch reach versus whatever, yeah.
Mirab Wallace Willie.
Mirab.
One of the best last names
Yeah,
in the UFC.
Wallace Willie.
No, it's not. You know the best name.
The
So
what-
you
the
don't
best
pronounce the
last
V
name?
at all? Either V?
You do not pronounce the V.
The best
The
last
V is
name.
W.
Oh,
Wallace.
Magomed Sharapov.
okay.
Okay, that's fair.
Magomed
He's not in the
Sharapov.
UFC anymore though.
I know, but okay. whatever.
Magomed
You can't.
Sharapov.
They know Hall of Fame of last name.
Magomed.
Whatever. Whatever. Magomed.
Magomed. All right, so yeah, UFC Vegas 71, headlined by Petr Yan versus Mirab Wallace Willie.
Wallace Willie.
Kind of
this
two main
weekend,
events in this card, no?
There, and here's the thing: Span versus Krylov, not even the co-main event.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was weird. So it's only 3 rounds now.
I would think
it was
so.
going to be a 5-round fight.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it was the
it was
main
supposed to be
event.
the main event of the fight night 2 weeks
But
ago.
now, because they weren't on the last pay-per-view, now it's the third fight of the night. Is it?
Right.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
Catch weight, yeah. They're both going to weigh in at like 210 or something like that.
I think Krylov's having trouble cutting weight, and that's why he was kind of sick.
Well, he made weight, and then afterwards he was sick. So maybe the IVs were too much.
you
Fucking knows.
can't do IVs.
Are you sure?
Let's
You
not get into this.
Can't
No.
do IVs.
Let's not get into this.
All right. So before we get into this, right, and I'm going to hit up Steve and see if he's coming through. I wanted to talk about the.
Call. Get him on speaker. The fuck?
Okay.
Damn,
He's
that
going to
thing
be
got
on this
me,
podcast whether he likes to or not.
That shit's got me like sweet tooth, dude.
Mm.
Sour.
Dirty.
As soon as he answers, we all got to say Steve.
Sorry, Andy gets me sweating a little bit.
Ready?
Mm.
We're all going to say Steve.
He's sleeping, dude.
Yeah, he
Damn.
might pick up.
Damn.
Dude, we got to know his fucking picks, bro. He's 11-0 on locks for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He's
gotta
got
make these picks, bro.
he'll pull a Garf.
Yeah.
He'll come in.
He'll come
Saturday.
through right before the event.
Yeah. Do all his picks. Yeah.
All right. You did all your picks on the fly.
And I went with
5 minutes.
And one of the picks that I picked for this, I didn't even pick. I bet on him. I picked the opposite.
Yeah, you picked Andre Barrial, but I said we all picked Marquez. You're like, yeah, all right, give me Marquez. And Marquez
That
lost.
should change it up because I actually did pick
no,
Barrial.
no.
Hey, whatever. He won me 54-35.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Steve.
Are you coming, Steve?
I just woke up from a nap.
Yeah, we figured as much.
Nah, you've been playing COD. You've been playing COD, bro. You don't
Right,
get
you had to finish off that 5KD.
Oh, I wish. Really do.
You had to download Hogwarts.
Oh, that too. Definitely gonna have to get to that.
All right, man.
See you soon.
Well, enjoy your little nap, man.
Are you coming through, or are you?
Probably.
I mean, I wanted to come through, so I am gonna try to come through.
Okay.
Do you guys already start the pod?
Oh, we're
You are
live.
on the pod right now. You're on.
Yeah, you're already
speakerphone.
on the pod.
Live, coming at you.
Fucking live. You want to make your picks via phone?
I mean, if you guys are game for that, I guess so.
I mean, I'll just set you up right in your normal seat. I'll put you right here. Boom. And it's like Steve's already here.
Wow,
Sweet.
looking good, Steve.
Damn, bro. With that little pink icon of yours.
Wow.
Really cleaned up for the pod, looking nice.
Is that a Gucci hat? No.
No, it's actually, dang.
So
here's the thing I wanted to get into. So last week at the pay-per-view, we talked about making picks and then having some kind of point system where if you make a lock and you have that person as like a plus 500, you would get more points than if you had a lock of a minus 500.
we're gonna have to push that back. I think.
You want to do that?
I think
I was
we
thinking, like,
actually
we could-
have to we actually have to sit down,
Okay.
not on the pod, and come up with like a fantasy system.
All right. Well,
That, we can
if you
all-
guys are down for it, like maybe that's something we should try to do for next week for UFC 286. We
Because
can
I would
start
like
then.
it so I would like it so we set up the points well enough throughout the year that we could actually do a fantasy.
Yeah, that's
thing
what I was
every
thinking.
week for
Right.
a fight night. Start our own
Right.
fantasy team.
That's cool.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
down for that.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Cool.
that is in the making, and I think that's a really good idea. Because
Steve, hang on. Steve, what do you think?
Great idea. Love it.
oh, fucking balling. Because last week
Gotta
the
sneeze.
only lock I didn't get was the minus 800 lock that I had. That even Steve was like, "We shouldn't do that, man. Shouldn't do that, no." And I should have fucking listened to him. Steve and Austin both had 4-0 on locks last week.
Might have
11-3 on total picks, where me and Harry went 9-5 and 3-1 on locks. So we got consistency, boys.
You guys suck. No, I'm joking. We're doing very well. No cap. All around the board, dude.
But look at we talked about our fight night picks were so close. Now look at our pay-per-view picks: 28-13, 26-13, and 27-14. Like that's crazy.
12-1. What's that? And 9-3.
I just fucked that up. That would be.
That's not bad for my first pay-per-view.
No, it's not bad
That's
at
not
all.
bad.
This is 26-15. So yeah, I'm at 28.
I have 15?
Steve's at 27. Austin's at 26.
I was last.
deadlocked.
I was dead last. I sucked last week. Last week I poo kachoo.
I'm just all right. So before we start, Steve, you got to tell me your locks, and then we're gonna go from there. Okay, that's how we're gonna start every picks from now on. Steve is 11-0 in the last 3 weeks. In total, he is 19-4.
Don't get your hopes too high there, buddy. Luck of the draw, but
Luck of
I'm
the
trying
draw.
to send some good picks this week, like I always do.
What'd you have last week? You had 3 early prelims as locks. In the first 4 fights, you were 3-0 on locks. That is a hell of a start.
Wow.
And this card's pretty damn good too, dude. Like we have a bunch of good fights, even in the prelims. I'm gonna run through them real quick. Starting off, we got. This is the main card. Starting off, we have Jared Gooden. Jared Gooden coming in off 3 days' notice to fight Carlston Harris. This was supposed to be Abubakar Nurmagomedov, but Gooden coming in off 3 days' notice will fight Carlston Harris. Tyson Nam versus Bruno Silva. Ariane Lipski versus J.J. Aldrich. Victor Henry versus Tony Gravely. Mario Bautista versus Guido Canetti. Cedric Dumas versus Josh Fremd. Rafael Asuncao versus Davey Grant. Personal favorite of the pod, Davey Grant. Carl Chaos Williams versus Lucas Bresky. And then on the main card, we got Vitor Petrino versus Anton Turkalj. Saeed Nurmagomedov versus Jonathan Martinez. Ricardo Ramos versus Austin Lingo. The UFC Vegas 70 main event that didn't happen, Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Spann. The third fight from the top, not even the co-main. We have Alexander Volkov versus Alexander Romanov. In the main event, Piotr Jan versus Mirab Wallish-Willie. So those are the fights we're going to get through today. That is what in total? 14 fights. 14 fight night. That's a little steep for what we normally get for fight nights, but determined. We're gonna have a great time today. 1, 2.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
4. 1, 2.
So the first fight we got tonight, we have Carlston Harris versus Jared Gooden. All right. Let me throw this up here. Carlston Harris, minus 300. Jared Gooden, plus 250. Again, Jared Gooden coming in on a 3-day notice. He was supposed to fight Abubakar Nurmagomedov. Abubakar had to pull out of the fight. Jared Gooden comes in on Wednesday.
Lock it up. Lock it up for Garv. Harris.
Lock for Garv.
Lock it up. Lock and pop it. That's what I'm. 3-day notice.
3-day notice.
3-day notice.
He accepted the fight on Wednesday.
Is that?
This is also his first fight back in the UFC. He was 1-3 in the UFC, got cut, and then went on to win 5 of his last 6 fights outside of the UFC. And is making his UFC return this week on 3 days' notice.
This sounds like a setup. It does sound like a setup.
I may lock this up, but for now, I'm just putting down Harris. I don't know about locking it just yet.
I'm locking it. And I'm
Yeah, put Harris down for me, but I am definitely not locking that up.
Harris just got knocked out by Rockman.
Ooh, that's a good loss.
That is a good loss.
Jared Gordon.
Gooden.
Gordon.
Jared Gordon just lost to Patty Pimblett. This is a different guy.
Yeah, this is his brother. His last 5 out of 6 wins.
Yep.
Could you look up for the pod how he won them? Because if he knocked them out,
They were mostly knockouts.
really.
Before we go farther, let me just say, Jared Gooden holds a 1-inch reach advantage. Jared Gooden is 29, Carlston Harris 35. We have
I'm going Harris.
Jared Night Train Gooden, who has won 4 of his last 5. One fight by strikes, so TKO in the second round. 1 fight by injury in the second round. 1 win he won by stomp in the second round.
Stomp.
Huh.
Meaning he fought in a promotion where you can kick people on the ground. That would be in
Fuck
United
this guy.
Fight League.
Fuck this guy.
And he also fought February 18th.
I mean, he did go to a decision.
So 3 weeks ago.
Abubakar.
So he's on a 3-fight win. He's on a 3-day notice, and he fought 3 weeks before this fight.
And he won by stomp.
He won by stomp.
And he won by injury the last fight.
Yes.
Lost to punches in round 1.
To Impa Kasanye, who used to be a UFC fighter and was decent. Impa Kasanye is the guy that, do you remember when Joaquin Buckley had the knockout of the year, the spinning back kick?
Yeah.
That Impa Kasanye was the guy that got knocked out.
Wow, good for him.
2 minutes of fame,
That's crazy. How you noticed? Oh, I got the craziest knockout ever done on me.
Harry said he's going with Harris.
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Take the lock off for me. Take the lock off.
Taking the lock off. All right.
I'm taking it off.
Now
now.
listen,
I might add it
come
back.
back. Yeah, I might
I
come
might
back.
I might add it back, but you know what? Keep it there. No, keep it there. Fuck
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Keep it there.
Okay. I'll keep it there. All right. Coming up next, we have Tyson Nam versus Bruno Silva flyweight fight. Bruno Silva normally a bantamweight, coming down to flyweight to fight Tyson Nam. Now, when I saw this fight, I like Tyson Nam a lot. Tyson Nam is in the top 15 ranking flyweight. I immediately was like, okay, I'm picking Tyson Nam. Nam is plus 160 in this fight. Very surprised by that. He has a 3-inch reach advantage as well. Tyson Nam is 39, fighting Bruno Silva, who's 32. Tyson Nam is a good 4 inches taller than Bruno Silva as well. Bruno Silva only 5'3" or 5'4". So he has that going for him, right? Again, plus 160 for Nam, minus 190 for Silva. Let's check out some last couple fights. Both of these guys have been in the UFC for a minute, so we're good there. Nam has won 3 of his last 4. He only lost to Matt Schnell. He beat Adeshev. He beat Osborne. He beat Jerome Rivera. He lost to Kai Kara France and Sergio Pettis, all great losses.
And he went to decision against them too.
He went to decision in all of his losses, and all of his wins are knockouts, in very quick knockouts. He's fighting Bruno Silva.
That is not good.
He's fighting Bruno Silva, who has won his last 2 by knockout and lost 2 fights before that to David Dobrik and Tagir Ulanbekov. That's David Dvorak. But
I know.
Yeah. What do we have for stats here? Bruno Silva has a takedown defense of 64%, averages just under 3 takedowns per fight. Tyson Nam has 100% takedown defense and has never gone for a takedown, or has never completed a takedown. So even right there, where you look at Bruno Silva goes for 3 takedowns a fight, Tyson Nam has 3 takedown defenses. He has the reach advantage. He has the height advantage. This is a guy that is ranked versus a guy who is not ranked. Nam's won 3 of his last 4. Bruno Silva's won his last 2, but he lost 2 before that to better opponents. I'm
going Bruno Silva.
Are you? Okay. I'm going Tyson Nam. I'm thinking about locking up Nam.
Yeah. I'm fading your ass. I knew you'd laugh, Steve.
We got to get like a fucking cutout of everybody on this pod. So if anybody misses it, we can just put you on the chair in the cutout and then have you on phone.
That's what you want to do, bro. You can't even get
Yeah,
sweat.
that's cool. I mean, any other time I wouldn't fall asleep at like 5 o'clock, but
You got a pick for this so far?
I honestly think that all of your stats sound very enticing and that it would look like Nam, but I just feel like Bruno Silva is going to win with the more experience, so I'm going to put Silva.
All right. Harry, you want to see it again? You need to see anything else?
I like the takedown accuracy for Bruno Silva.
31%.
Yeah,
That's what I was.
I know.
If you can get him down, I think it could be done.
Yeah,
And these are 2 flyweights that have a very high percentage of knockout wins too.
And
So this could be an under.
And Bruno Silva's moving down in weight, so he usually fights
it
higher.
could just be a war too.
It could be a fucking war. So it looks like he used to fight at flyweight. He moved up to bantamweight, and now he's moving back down to flyweight.
Interesting. Okay.
Bruno Silva also hasn't fought since May of 2021, so it's almost a 2-year layoff for Silva.
Oh, damn.
Tyson Nam fought in August.
That's all
I
right.
don't know that.
Again, Tyson Nam 39. That could be a factor.
Could be a good factor.
Mm.
Could be a bad factor.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Silva.
Silva, okay. Oh, I'm fading all your asses. All right.
No, we're fading your ass.
Okay, cool. All
No,
right.
I don't know.
All right, coming up next, we have Ariane Lipski plus 310 versus JJ Aldrich minus 400. This is the fight of the night, man. So same reach, almost the same height, almost the same age. Lipski 14
What
and
did you
8.
just say?
Basically, the tail of the tape's the exact same.
Fight of the night.
Yeah, this is gonna be fight of the night.
A woman. Whoa. Wait.
We got
Whoa.
Grasso versus Shevchenko got fight of the night last week.
Yeah, but we all know who should have. That first
fight was fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Shout out Rajavan. So Ariane Lipski 14-8, JJ Aldrich 11-5.
Probably fight of the night. Probably not.
Probably not. Decision of the night. Oh, dude, JJ Aldrich last loss was to Aaron Blanchfield.
That's a good shout.
That's a good loss
of the night.
Aaron Blanchfield was her last loss.
Oh, I'm betting on this.
This is the girl that's minus 400 here. Before that, she was 4 of her last 5. And what is this? 7 of her last 9.
Damn.
It's pretty damn good for JJ Aldrich.
Split decision.
Almost going all of them to decision. And then Ariane Lipski, 1 of her last 4. She's fought good people. She's gotten knocked out 3 times in her last 4 fights. Whew, that's tough. That's real
damn.
tough.
So when she
That is
doesn't get
tough.
knocked out, does she win?
She got beat by Molly Meatball.
I mean, she's lost 2 decisions as well.
This is the chick that Molly Meatball pieced up.
It wasn't the knockout that Molly Meatball.
No, it went to decision.
Yeah. I mean, her losses are all good. Joanne Wood ranked. Molly McCann almost ranked. Antonia Shevchenko is not ranked, but you know the last name. Montana De La Rosa ranked. Priscilla Cachoeira almost ranked. JJ Aldrich, the clear favorite here, not only because she's minus 400, but her record speaks for itself. She's won 7 of her last 9. Lost to Aaron Blanchfield. I got to go Aldrich here. Might even lock that up. Anybody else?
Well, I could definitely pick Aldridge as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick
Because
Aldridge.
she's getting an easy fight, and the other girl's getting fed to the wolves.
Yep.
Yep.
Lock it.
Colin
I'm not
Locks.
gonna lock it up because it's like minus 400, but it's definitely a very, very enticing lock.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Enticing lock.
I'll take Aldrich.
All right.
I'll wait.
All the boys are for JJ. What we got next? Next, we have, this is one of the most polarizing fights of the card. Victor Henry versus Tony Gravely. So Victor Henry was a Ultimate Fighter winner only a couple years ago. Had a very, his debut, he won in like a minute, something like that. And then in his last fight, he came in huge favorite, lost to Rafael Assunção. So that derailed his hype train. You got 22-6 for Henry, 23-8 for Gravely. Henry, 35 years old, Gravely, 31. And almost the exact same for the tail of the tape here.
Yep.
We have
Henry's old.
Henry minus 140, Gravely plus 120. I came into this thinking like it's a really fucking close fight. In his first fight in the UFC, he pieced up Raoni Barcelos, who's a really good fighter still. And then he lost to Rafael Assunção, who Rafael Assunção is supposed to be on his way out. So that's like, you know, real good high, not a good low. 75% takedown defense for Henry in his 2 fights is pretty good. And then you got Tony Gravely, who is the winner of 4 of his last 6, 5 of his last 8, or he has 8 fights and he's won 5 in the UFC. He lost to Javid Basharat, who Javid Basharat's a very good 135er. He has 4 finishes in the UFC. This guy has 6 takedowns per fight, and he had 11 against Simon Oliveira. So we got 6 takedowns per fight, which is outstanding, versus 75% takedown defense. And a guy who got taken down by Rafael Assunção and lost. That makes me want to pick Tony Gravely. The fact that Victor Henry is 35 makes me want to pick Tony Gravely.
35 is pretty.
Tony Gravely doesn't have.
35 is not old though.
It's not very old now. Tony Gravely doesn't have a great win on his record, though. He knocked out Johnny Munoz in a minute, which is okay. And he absolutely fucked up whoever this is, Simon Oliveira. But, you know, no big wins.
11 takedowns, huh? Shit.
11 takedowns. And he had 2 takedowns against Javid Basharat. Javid Basharat's good.
Mm.
This is close. I might want to pick Tony Gravely here, but I feel like Victor Henry is due for a win. I think he has a good couple years where he might be able to get ranked at some point.
What's the line?
Plus 120 for Gravely, minus 140 for Henry.
I'm gonna go. This can dictate your guys' picks. I'm gonna go with Victor Henry, just because.
See, that's where I'm leaning.
I don't really buy first round, first minute knockouts as being like a significant win.
How about first round, second minute submissions?
Yeah, dude, you have to take them down to the ground and set it up. But you know, I don't know. So like basically, like he's won like one fight, unanimous decision versus who?
Simon Oliveira, where he got 11 takedowns. To be fair to him.
So that other guy sucked at defending takedowns. Victor Henry, on the other hand, what is his takedown?
He has not attempted a takedown.
But he's 75%.
75% takedown, actually. Now, that is with 3 takedowns against him. So he's 9 for 12 in stopping takedowns against Asuncao and Barcelos. Barcelos is not a guy that takes people down. Asuncao will. Like, I'd assume he was probably 2 for 10 or something.
Damn.
He was 2 for 5.
He got taken down twice. He got taken down twice. Wow. How much control time did he have?
Asuncao had 5 minutes of control time, which is good.
That's a whole round.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that dictated not.
And he was
that
40%
one
on
whole
takedowns.
round.
If you look at it, when he got to the ground, he was 18 for 19 on total strikes on the ground.
What
pretty
is it?
good.
What does
it was
say?
30 to 27, all 3 judges for Asuncao.
Because he got taken down to the ground and controlled.
But he only got taken down twice. And so if you count those, if he had 1 in each round, that's still another round that Asuncao clearly won. So Asuncao fucked this guy up.
Asuncao fucked Henry up. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Gravely lost to Javier Basra.
All right. I'm just gonna switch it. I'm flip-flop Frank tonight, dude. I'm gonna go.
Tony Gravely was 2 of 13. So Gravely will be going for takedowns. That's what I'm thinking.
All right, I'm gonna go with Tony Gravely just because of the takedown. I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna flip-flop Frank it.
That takedown that's crazy. 6 takedown average.
The fact that he only got 2 though, and he lost unanimously, kind of like, eh.
You look at the strikes though, 80 to 33 for Basra.
How did he win?
Basra had 80. Yeah. It was 29 to 28 unanimous.
13, dude. It all depends if he can take down what's his face right away.
Yeah, if Gravely can take down Victor, which it sounds like he might be able to. Yeah, dude, this is a close one. I'm gonna go Gravely. I'm gonna go Gravely Garvely.
Garvey Gravy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Gravely.
You're gonna go Gravely.
You put me down for Henry?
At first, because you said Henry. I switched it. Sean, Steve?
I'm going Gravely.
Gravely for Sean. Steve!
You know, I feel like this is a bounce back fight for Henry.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think too.
So I'm gonna go with Henry.
All right, I like that pick. This is a really close fight.
I like my pick better.
This is gonna be a good fight.
I don't care.
Or it's gonna be over quick. So either way, it's gonna be a entertaining fight to say the fucking least. All right, what do we got next?
First underdog.
Mario Bautista versus Guido Canetti. So Mario Bautista is minus 1,000. Guido Canetti plus 650. All right.
I'm gonna skip over this fight.
So, well, dude, Shevchenko is minus 800.
Just graze through it.
All right, 1 inch reach advantage, 3 or 4 inch height for Batista. Batista 29, Canetti is 43. Batista is 11-2, Canetti is 10-7. Guido Canetti is 43. Guido Canetti's last win, by the way, was Chris Moutinho, if that means anything. I'm going to pick Bautista.
Batista.
Steve. Lock it up.
You lock up 1,000? You can't lock up a minus 1,000.
Oh,
can't lock him up at minus 1,000. Yep.
Made that rule.
Just made that fucking
Dude, what
line.
flavor did I just have?
All right. We have Cedric Dumas versus Josh Fremd. Sadiq Dumas 7-0, making his UFC debut. Josh Fremd 9-4. He's been in the UFC for a little bit. 3-inch reach advantage for Dumas. The tail of the tape for the rest of it is very close. Middleweight fight. So let's take a look first at Josh Fremd's record. In the UFC, Fremd is 0-2. He's lost to Anthony Fernandez and Trayshawn Gore, who are both very established fighters. He got submitted by Gore, who he was almost beating.
Oh, yeah. Have a worm, Steve.
So this guy, Josh Fremd, has gotten taken down a lot. His takedown defense is 26%. That is bunzo beans.
Well,
and then Sadiq Dumas, he won in the Ultimate Fighter in a 47-second guillotine choke. That is telling. What's the line for this again? We got -210 for Dumas. Thank you. +175 for Fremd. I'll tell you what, that makes that right there, the fact that Fremd gets taken down a lot and Dumas won in a 47-second guillotine, that makes me really think Dumas.
Yeah, lock up Dumas for me. Lock him up.
Yep. So he fought an AKA, with not the gym, in an actual promotion. He won by rear naked choke, liver kick, TKO, right hook, head kick, one unanimous decision, and a guillotine choke in the Dana White Contender Series.
Damn.
And they're all round one, except for one round 2 liver kick and the unanimous decision.
This guy fight.
So I think
This
I'm
is
going to.
This is a lock.
I think I am going to lock
This
up.
is a lock.
I'm gonna lock.
Why has he won by so many other? Damn, I've never really seen that.
Steve,
Did you think
said
he
lock?
did that on purpose?
I mean, you
Yeah,
could
that's
say
a lock.
maybe, but I don't know. Kind of whatever happens. I would think you might want to show that he's versatile.
He's that fucking good.
Anyone else want to lock it up or come back to it?
Locking it up.
Did you lock mine up?
All of us are locking up Dumas. Cool. -210 lock. Coming up
You
next.
better be locking him up.
This is a good fight too.
Ooh,
Rafael
that's a good
Assunção versus Davy Grant.
Hmm.
We got Assunção, a veteran of the UFC, 28-9, 40 years old, versus Davy Grant, 37 years old, 14-6. Davy Grant will have a 2.5-inch reach advantage.
69-inch reach advantage. Lock it up. Lock it up. No. I think. Let's
Davy
see.
Grant he beat Jonathan Martinez by TKO. He beat Louis Smolka by TKO. He lost to Adrian Yanez and Marlon Vera.
Good losses,
wins.
dude. 2 good losses.
And if you look at it, he lost split decision to Adrian Yanez. And he had a decent fight with Marlon Vera. So this is a guy that goes up and down between flyweight and bantamweight.
You know who I'm picking.
Rafael Assunção beat Victor Henry in his last fight. Before that, was on a 4-fight losing streak.
Oh, this guy.
Another guy that fights only great people. Like, since 2018, he's fought Rob Font, Marlon Moraes, Corey Sandhagen, Cody Garbrandt, Ricky Simon.
Ricky Simon and the Marlon Moraes, iffy. I mean, Marlon Moraes did just retire this 4 years ago, 2019. So he doesn't fight. He doesn't fight too often.
He gets finished a lot, though. In his 4-loss streak, he got finished 3 times.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Davy Grant.
Yeah, I'm going to go Davy Grant as well.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
So it's almost a
I'm gonna
lock.
lock him up.
It's almost, yeah?
Grant, baby. Yep,
Really?
Oof.
I am. I know it's a little bit of a sweat. But
No, that's not really a sweat. That's what I was
Dude,
just going to
listen,
say. It's a borderline lock.
I'm not fucking questioning a single lock that you put out there, Steve. I'm
No,
now
I didn't.
thinking
Don't
about
lock
locking
it
up
up for
Grant.
me. Don't lock it up for me.
Oh, is that you? Oh, my bad. All right. 2 more fights on prelims. Next fight, we have Chaos Williams versus Lucas Brzeski. Chaos Williams -230, Lucas Brzeski +190. Going into this fight, I have Lucas Brzeski. Might change. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Chaos Williams, 7-1, 33 years old. He will have a 1-inch reach advantage. Lucas Brzeski, 8-2, 30 years old. He will have a 1-inch height advantage. I didn't realize Chaos was only 7-1. I thought he'd been around for a little bit. Wait a minute. Whoa. Is this not Chaos Williams? This is Carl Williams. Oh. Carl Williams is not Chaos Williams. That's Kalen Williams. Okay, cool. Good to know. So this will be Carl Williams. He had a fight in the Contender Series. This will be his first actual UFC debut. 4-fight win streak. He goes to decisions a lot. Fighting Lucas Brzeski, who is in his second UFC fight. He lost to Martin Buday, his first, by split decision. Martin Buday is a heavyweight now. Is this guy like? Did they fight a light heavyweight and Brzeski just moved down to middleweight? Oh no, he fought. Is this a fucking heavyweight fight?
Yeah.
Oh, it is a heavyweight fight. Okay, this is a heavyweight fight. Got it.
233 and 236.
So again, Carl Williams minus 230, Lucas Brzeski plus 190.
Chaos or Carl?
Carl.
Okay.
So it's a 5-fight win streak in Babylon MMA for Lucas Brzeski. Comes to the UFC, loses to Martin Buday by split decision. Can we look at that fight a little bit? I want to see the stats on that. So Brzeski lost. I don't know how this was a split decision. This guy got outstruck 118 to 60. Oh no, he outstruck Buday 118 to 66. And he lost.
Split.
That's tough. Frank Trigg was the referee. Frank Trigg refs now? Frank Trigg is a former welterweight champion in the UFC. And that's against Martin Buday, who's not a good fighter, but it looks like he should have fucking won this fight. I don't get why he didn't. Carl Williams had a unanimous decision win in the Dana White Contender Series. He got 3 takedowns, 3-4-3 with 11 minutes of control time.
Jesus.
Lucas Brzeski has 100% takedown defense in the UFC. So that's tough, man. You got the guy who is going to try to defend takedowns and stand in Brzeski versus Carl Williams, who's going to go for takedowns as much as possible. In the heavyweight division, if you get stuffed a couple takedowns, you're going to get gassed and fall out of it. I think I'm taking the dog here. I initially had Brzeski. I'm not going to fall from that. That's what I'm doing.
I am also going with the dog because I do not buy Carl Williams at all.
Yeah, no,
You keep putting
the dog
the wrong
either.
one.
I am going to take the dog. I'm not going to take the favorite. I don't think the favorite is going to win this fight.
So all 3 of us are taking the dog so far. Harry, what are you saying?
I'm going to be the odd man out.
You going to fade us?
Yeah.
Go for Carl Williams. Not Carl Weezer. Carl
You can
Williams.
leave now.
That'll be an interesting fight, though, to see if Brzeski can keep Williams off of him. All right, it says this fight's in the main card, but it's not one of the top 5s. So I'm calling it prelims. Vitor Petrino versus Anton Turkalj in a light heavyweight fight. Petrino minus 140, Turkalj plus 120. Tail of the tape, we have Petrino at 25 years old, Turkalj at 26. This tail of the tape is basically the same. They're both 6'2", 6'3", 77.5-inch reach versus 78-inch reach. 7-0 record for Petrino, 8-1 record for Turkalj. I'm fairly certain that Petrino is making his UFC debut, and Turkalj has had 1 fight in the UFC. I know I've heard the name before, and I know he has.
Yeah, he lost to Gelson Almeida by sub.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. And listen, if you lose to fucking Gelson Almeida by sub, that's a good loss. So you have Petrino, who fought in the Contender Series, won in second round TKO, and he has won almost all of his fights by first round TKO outside of the UFC. Has 1 unanimous decision in his second fight ever, and he had 1 second round knockout. That's a good record for Petrino, who looks like it to be a brawler. Turkalj, on the other hand, you have a rear naked choke loss by Gelson Almeida. Again, that's a good loss. Spinning back fist, rear naked choke, ground and pound win. Rear naked choke, punches. So he has one decision as well. This is, again, a light heavyweight fight, so you don't see him always go to the fucking decision. Petrino minus 140. Turkalj plus 110. Plus 120.
Pick him.
It is a pick 'em.
Pick him. I don't know who the fuck to pick.
I will tell you that Turkalj has a massive blonde ponytail, if that makes your opinion sway either way.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Turkalj in his
Not gonna lie.
in his Dana White Contender Series fight, his one fight, the unanimous decision against Acacio dos Santos, he was 11 of 16 for takedowns. So this guy is going for takedowns.
Damn. I like that.
It's crazy that you can go 11 for 16 on takedowns, then fight Jailton Almeida, who takes you down 3 times, 4-3. Alton Turkalj had one significant
I'm
strike.
gonna pick Turkalj.
Yeah.
I think he's just gonna spam takedowns, and I don't think the other guy's gonna get to use his power.
Exactly. Same thing.
Yeah, I think Steve said that the other day, honestly.
All right, clean sweep for Turkalj.
Yep.
I hope I'm pronouncing that
Spam
right.
the
I
takedown.
feel like I'm not pronouncing that right. All right, going to main card. This is a good main card, guys. This is a really fucking good main card. First fight, Saeed Nurmagomedov at minus 240 versus Jonathan Martinez at plus 200. Jonathan Martinez, no slouch. I know we all know Saeed Nurmagomedov, but Jonathan Martinez, 17-4. Again, almost exactly the same at tail of the tape. The only difference is Martinez is 2 years younger at 28. Nurmagomedov 17-2. Jonathan Martinez 17-4. I remember we bet on Saeed in his last fight, and he fought like Rafael Alves, and it was such a close fucking fight. We were sweating it in a fight that I thought it should not have been as close.
Yeah.
Oh, it was against Kakhramonov. That's what it was. No, it was against Silva de Andrade. So Nurmagomedov is 6-1 in the UFC. He only lost one fight to Raoni Barcelos by unanimous decision. Saeed Nurmagomedov does not go for takedowns, by the way. It's 2 takedowns. His takedown defense is 63%. It's pretty good. It's not bad. He has 2 wins by TKO and 2 wins by submission, both guillotine chokes. Then on the other hand, Jonathan Martinez, 4-fight win streak against Vince Morales, Cub Swanson. Cub Swanson out of his prime. He's won 6 of his last 7, and he goes to decision a lot. Jonathan Martinez, 70% takedown defense, also rarely goes for takedowns. I gotta go Saeed here.
I have to go Saeed
Right.
as well, but I do think the number is definitely inflated because of the name. I do think this fight's a
Yeah, I
lot
think it's
closer
Yeah.
from minus 240 to plus 200. So take that with a grain of salt, but I'm still gonna go Saeed. I don't think this is a good
Like if I was
parlay
betting
number.
on it, I might sprinkle a little bit on Martinez plus 200.
Really?
I might a little bit, yeah.
I
think this is a close fight.
it's
I would
a
say
good
it's like
sprinkle.
minus 155 plus 130. That's where I
Yeah.
kind of throw it at.
I do not think it's
I was
plus
thinking
200.
about locking it up for Saeed.
Hey man, do what you
Hey,
got to
do what
do.
you gotta do.
Yeah, fuck
Don't-
yeah.
If-
No, but since you guys said that, I don't know.
I just think it's
Now, also, you got to think about it to play devil's advocate here. Jonathan Martinez, he beat Vince Morales, and Vince Morales was on the come up, so that was a good win. And then he fought Cub Swanson, who's like 39 years old.
Yeah.
So that's not a great win, even though Cub is still doing well, and Martinez knocked him out.
yeah, it wasn't a close
So it's
fight.
like
Like
an
the numbers
okay
are close,
win.
but it wasn't a close fight. 2
It's an
knockdowns.
okay win. I got to go Saeed. Austin, you're going Saeed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I will go Saeed as well.
Me too.
All right. Clean sweep for Saeed. Harry, you want to lock it up? You want to come back to it?
I'll go back to it.
Okay. All right. What's next? Ricardo Ramos versus Austin Lingo.
Ooh,
The sole fight in the main card.
good
That's
name,
like
good name.
Austin Lingo, 2-inch reach disadvantage. Same height, almost the same age. Lingo 9-1, Ramos 16-4. I believe These guys both have like a fight or two in the UFC, so we should get some data here. Oh, Ricardo Ramos has a lot. Oh shit. Okay. Ricardo Ramos, 4 of his last 6 are wins. He has won his last, then lost, then won, then lost. He has 2 good losses though. Zubaira Tukhugov and Lerone Murphy. He has a plethora of wins. He has multiple decision wins. He has 2 TKOs and he has a submission win. Ricardo Ramos averages almost 3 takedowns per fight. That's good. With a 72% takedown defense. It's very good. He's fighting Austin Lingo, who's 2-1 in the UFC, all by decision, and 80% takedown defense. Ramos's experience, I like his experience. These guys both have very similar stats as far as takedowns and takedown defense. Lingo doesn't have any good competition. He lost badly to Yusuf Zalal, who's like okay, and that's his best competitor. Ricardo Ramos has fought better competitors. He's fought Tukhugov, fought Lerone Murphy. He lost to Said Nurmagomedov. I'm going to have to go. Oh, and by the way, Ramos minus 360, Austin Lingo plus 280. I'm going to have to go with Ricardo Ramos. He's fought a lot better people, and he has a lot more experience.
This is almost a lock for me. I'm going to go back to it, but Ricardo Ramos winning.
Mm-hmm.
Borderline lock. Borderline lock.
I'm picking Ramos.
Going back.
Steve?
I think I am going to lock him up as well.
Okay. 3 locks
Yeah,
for Steve so far.
All right, lock it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 locks for Garv, too. Me and Harry both only on 1.
And I might pick Harris again. I don't know. I might go back to Harris. I don't know.
Harris.
The very first one.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, yeah. That
I'm
one's
still
probably
contemplating in my
that
head.
probably will be a lock for me. I'm not gonna lie. All right, moving on to the big 3, boys. Big 3. Main event from 2 weeks ago got scrapped. Moved to this card. Ryan Spann versus Nikita Krylov. Now, here's the thing, right? We now don't have money on Ryan Spann, which we did last time, which made me lock him up.
Yeah.
So I am going to contemplate this fight. I'm not a lot. I don't like. I'm definitely not gunning for Spann at the moment. So we can look a little bit more into this, even though we've looked at it already.
Krylov had more time to prepare.
Right. Well, they both had more time to prepare.
Yeah.
And they're coming in at
I'm
catch
still
weight.
going to pick them, but for the sake of the card, I'm going to use a different lock.
Okay. So Ryan Spann, again, he's won 3 of his last 4, all by finish in the first round. Ryan Spann has not made it out of the first round in his last 5 fights. He got knocked out by Johnny Walker, got submitted by Anthony Smith. He knocked out Serkinov, knocked out Reyes, and guillotined Ion Cutelaba.
Wow.
Those are 3 really good wins. In his last 5 wins, he's fighting ranked opponents. Very good record over his last 5 fights. Krylov is similar, man. He went to decision with Ozdemir. He knocked out Gustafsson in a one-sided fight. He got subbed by Paul Craig. Happens. He lost to Magomed Ankalaev. That's a great loss. He beat Johnny Walker, and he lost to Glover Teixeira by split decision. He lost to Glover Teixeira by split decision before Teixeira was champion. Krylov averages 2 takedowns with a 53% takedown defense.
Mm-hmm.
Spann averages 1.5 takedowns with 50% takedown defense, even though we know Ryan Spann's going to go try and bang. You got a 2-inch reach advantage for Spann. So before this, like we all picked Spann 2 weeks ago. Fight didn't happen. I almost want to switch because Krylov I just feel is underrated. But then again, he's like Ryan Spann is just blossoming into his potential because he just got into a camp for the first time. And I just love that stat. Like he's now training how he should be. He gets an extra 2 weeks on top of it. And it's a catch weight, so he's not having to cut down to 205. He can cut down to 210 or 215, whatever the fuck it is. I'm going to go Ryan Spann. I'm not going to lock it. Everybody else?
I'm going with Ryan Spann. I'm not changing. I thought he was going to win last week. I'm more convinced that he's going to win now. Full-time fighting. Was beating people when he wasn't full-time. Yeah.
Steve, you
That's
going
my
Span as
pick.
well?
I agree with everything Garb just said.
Steve, I'm putting you down for Span, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, co-main. Alexander Volkov versus Alexander Romanov in a heavyweight fight. Alexander Volkov, the underdog here at plus 130. Alexander Romanov, minus 155. I thought Volkov would be the favorite. Really did.
Romanov is on my no bet list. That is not my no pick list.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Volkov with a
don't know.
5-inch reach advantage and a 4. Well, I think it's actually.
Whoa. Go back to
Hold
that.
on. 5-inch height advantage, 5-inch reach advantage for Volkov.
Is this motherfucker slow though?
Volkov, no, he's like a skinny, tall heavyweight guy.
Dude, Volkov is winning.
Romanov is chubbier, smaller heavyweight, but his jiu-jitsu is very fucking good.
My chair's talking. 5-inch.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Volkov with a
jujitsu.
71%
I remember
takedown
watching
defense.
Romanov a few times.
Yeah, that is Volkov. 71% takedown defense is very good. Alexander Romanov has a 5 takedown average per 5 minutes. That's very good as well. He was 5-0 in the UFC until he lost to Marcin Tybura by majority decision. So it's basically a split decision. Plus 130 for Volkov, minus 155 for Romanov. I'm going to have to go with Volkov here. I'm going to have to take the dog.
He's the dog.
He's the dog. What are you guys thinking?
I'm gonna take the dog too.
Give me the dog.
Got you.
Give me
100.
the fucking dog, bro. I'm biggity dogging it. That's 2 back to
Are you
back.
going dog too, Steve?
2 back to back for the pod.
There's no way. Volkov's winning that shit.
Damn. For the co-main event, we're all taking the underdog.
That's a fade.
That makes me I don't know. That makes me a little nervous.
That's a fade.
A little bit. Last fight of the night. This is the big one. Piotr Jan versus Merab Walashvili. Tape's very similar.
I
Walashvili,
like this
2 years
one.
older. We all know about Piotr Jan. He's got to get a break at some fucking point, man. He's won 1 of his last 4 fights. 2 of them were very controversial decisions.
Is he overrated?
One of them was DQ.
Zach, is he overrated?
Is he?
I don't think so. Is Merab Walashvili underrated, though? Merab Walashvili, the training partner of Aljamain Sterling, who beat that was hand quotations, by the way, Steve, beat Piotr Jan twice. Walashvili 15-4, Piotr Jan 16-4. So the tail of the tape, almost exactly the same. The fighting styles could not be more different. Piotr Jan. Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the real fucking thing about why I am picking Jan in this fight. Piotr Jan's 2 fights against Aljamain Sterling, who we've all said is one of the best wrestlers in the division, him and Walashvili. He could wrestle with Cejudo. He has that. He has all that shit, right? Aljamain Sterling was 1 for 17 on takedowns in the first fight, 2 of 22 in the second fight. So in 2 fights against Aljamain Sterling, Piotr Jan defended 36 of 39 takedowns. And people are thinking that Walashvili might be able to control Piotr Jan. I don't fucking know about that, man. I don't know.
I don't know. What I do know is I'm going to find out.
Yeah.
And I'm also...
Piotr Jan has a career 90% takedown defense. That is very fucking good for a boxer.
Yeah.
By the
one
way,
thing
Piotr
Walashvili's
Jan's
got going for him is that he got his fucking dick grabbed in a video that went viral, bro.
Mhm.
That's all he's got going for him.
Piotr Jan,
This guy's got nothing going for him.
you guys want to hear who Piotr Jan trains with? I just found this out. I knew this, but I just realized it and reaffirmed it a couple weeks ago.
Beep.
Piotr Jan trains with Khamzat Chimaev and
Every day.
Nate Diaz
Every single day.
at Tiger Muay Thai in Thailand.
That means he's doing steroids.
Henry Cejudo saw him at the airport or something.
Yeah,
like
they
that.
were fucking around.
He said he was wrestling with a very high level Dagestani guy. I don't know necessarily his name, but or training with him, not wrestling with him.
Yep.
So Jan's gonna win this fight. I think he's really taking it seriously, and I think he prepared for this. So I'm picking Jan. I'm contemplating locking him up, honestly.
I was thinking about it, man, but I think it is a close fight, though. You know, we're all taking Jan here.
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't.
it's close, and Marab's gonna just shoot for takedowns the whole time.
Yes.
Honestly, it might even be a boring fight because of that.
Well, here's the thing: he's going to shoot for takedowns, yes, but Merab has more clinch work than Aljo. Like Merab likes to clinch, and he likes to push people up against the cage. So if Merab goes for takedowns in the right spot, doesn't execute him, but pushes Jan against the cage, Wallace Willie, that's going to be his like best way of winning. Like that's his best chance, and I can see him getting a bunch of clinches. But I just think that Jan's going to be able to get him off him. And when they're striking, I think Jan's going to pick him apart. We're talking about Petr Yan, who in his last 3 fights, or is it his last 4 fights? In his last 4 fights, has fought some of the biggest, lankiest bantamweights on the roster. Aljo twice, Corey Sandhagen, and Sean O'Malley. And Petr Yan outstruck all of them, in my opinion. So we're talking about a guy who's used to fighting people with a 3-4 inch reach advantage on him, and he still picked him apart. And now he's fighting a guy who has barely a 1 inch reach. This for me is, by the way, Petr Yan has risen up in the odds. He's now minus 260. Wallace Willie plus 210.
That's a lock, man. It's a lock.
Lock it up.
All right, so the men who went 4-0 last week have their 4 locks. You guys both picked Jan, Ramos, and Dumas. Steve picked Davey Grant. Garth picked JJ Aldrich. So Harry, we got 3 more locks.
And now, hang on. Now I feel like I'm kind of scheming on the low here because Aldrich is minus 400.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of feel like a bitch for doing that. So
I can tell you right now, the next lock I'm gonna take is Carlton Harris
I
at
don't
minus
know.
300.
I might have to go Harris, man. I might have to change Aldrich and go to Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't feel comfortable doing minus 400 lock.
Mhm.
Should we keep it so it has to be minus 400 and lower?
I think minus 400 is a little steep.
Like
Yeah,
minus 500 is a lot.
I would
That's a
think
lot.
we
Like-
can go down to minus 500. But I don't know. I think that there's some minus 400 locks. Like that's a tough
Like
odd. but,
Rachmanov
that's-
minus 550 or minus 625. Like
yeah, I think it was 550.
Yeah.
And then look at that fight. That was a close fight.
it was a close fight.
Yeah.
Still a lock.
Right. But we can talk about that when we talk about the point system too. We can talk about lowering that. So right now I have Cedric Dumas and Carlton Harris as my locks. You guys both picked Ramos at minus 360. I mean, I'm going to take him because I'm not fading your guys' locks anymore because you guys are way better on locks than I am. And then do I want to take Jan or Volkov as a lock? Volkov, no. Petr Yan, I'm close on. Is there anybody else that I would lock up? No, I guess not. I guess I'm going to take Petr Yan as well. All right, so I got Jan, Ramos, and Dumas as well as you guys, and I have Harris. So me and Austin have the same exact locks. And then
Okay.
Steve.
You have the
Steve
same
Sean.
exact locks?
We have the same exact locks.
What do I have?
Oh,
Oh,
Which one do I
wait.
have
I
so
gotta
far?
change some.
You have Cedric Dumas.
Okay, I'll keep that one.
I gotta change some now.
If it makes you feel any better, we also have 3 of the same locks as Steve.
I'm gonna go Saeed.
Going Saeed, okay.
Yo, Davey Grant's a lock, dude. You know, if it wasn't Harris, it'd be Davey Grant. And if it wasn't neither, it'd be Aldrich.
Davey Grant minus 140.
I just don't want to pick on I'm the only guy to pick on minus 400. Yeah. It's a chick fight, dude. Anything could happen either.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's another.
It's a chick fight that's going to go to decision. So with the judges,
You know, split decision's still a sweat.
right?
Do I want to go Davy Grant?
Davey Grant's a lock, dude.
Yeah, I'm going Davy Grant.
It's a
Okay.
lock.
And then
Even though I didn't lock him.
I'll go Peter Petr.
So we're all locking Petr Yan.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Can you, man? What's Harris's stats again, man? This is fucking.
Harris, he's fighting the guy on 3 days' notice. That's Harris. He's minus 300.
And the other guy.
The other guy's been out of the UFC for a couple years. He was 4-1
Yeah,
outside
but he's
UFC.
active. Harris is 2 years off.
Carlston Harris is 35. Jared Gooden's 29.
Oh my god.
Listen, dude, that
is not a
3-day
lot.
notice for your first fight coming back to the UFC.
But you're still active. Like, he's an active
He
fighter.
fought 3 weeks ago and won.
I don't know. It sounds like a trap.
I'm going to keep it. Carlston Harris, I think he was like 3-1. His only loss was to
Wait, go
Rockford.
back to it. Why does it say it's canceled?
No, that's the one below
That's
it.
this one.
Wow.
Abubakar had to leave.
Oh, yeah.
Jared Gooden's back in. Carlston Harris record. Solid 75% takedown defense. Ain't bad. 2-1 in the UFC. Carlston Harris
There's
beat
3 takedowns against him, though.
Carlston Harris beat the guy, the only guy that Jared Gooden lost to in his UFC exodus, Impa Kasanye. Kasananye?
Didn't even land a punch,
Kasanye?
though. He didn't even land a punch.
He landed 10. Good shot cop?
No, the guy that you were just saying, wasn't it?
Kasagane?
Yeah, he didn't even land one punch. And then
Carlston Harris
other,
also doesn't get out of the first round.
dude, all right,
three
this is
in
not
the
a
first
lock,
round.
dude. This is not a lock.
His 3 losses in the UFC were to Randy Brown, Abubakar Nurmagomedov, and Alan Juban. He has 100% takedown accuracy. He's only gone for 2 in his career. 85% takedown defense is good. Jared Gooden on 3 days' notice. You're talking me out of this a little bit.
I'm not. I don't want it. Take it off. Take it off.
I
I'm
don't.
going Gravely. Or,
Grant?
not Gravely. Grant. Yeah.
So now you and Steve both have the same lock again.
Yep.
Are we
Right
just,
off into the
should we just all have the same
right
locks?
off into the fucking sunset, bro. I'll go back. I'll go back to back.
Do I want to keep Harris?
Yeah, I went undefeated. Who else went undefeated? Harry went undefeated last week too, didn't he?
No.
Oh wait,
That
no,
was
that's
the-
another week.
Yeah, that was the last fight night Harry did, though.
Oh.
I was the only one that didn't go undefeated on the last fight night for locks.
Yeah, but no, but it's still like 3 for 1. But I guess locks is you do have to go undefeated.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna put a bet in this week. All the locks.
Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to throw your guys' parlay on the sports book. You picked Jan. You picked Ramos. You picked Grant. And who's the other guy? Is the other guy not on here? Dumas. Dumas is not on the sports book. So, but for those 3 on the sports book, you're looking at plus 203 for Jan, Grant, and Ramos.
What's the line for the one that's not on there?
Minus 210.
I'm just trying to do it in my head. So you probably get like plus 500.
If I could
or
find.
plus 400.
I mean, no, that's plus 210. All right, so I would just throw a guy that's minus 190. That would be plus 362. So you're probably looking at like plus 375 for all 4 of those. That's something we could think about too.
Okay.
All right, there's the picks. We
I
got
like
it in on pretty good time today. Only an hour. It took us to do the whole card.
What do you feel about that line? Plus 400?
Plus 3. Yeah, plus. I think it'd be a little lower. Plus 380, something like that.
Just getting
That's a
plus
good.
100.
That's a good line for a 14 parlay, especially when you got a guy minus 260 and minus 360 on there, because Davey Grant's only minus 140.
I like that.
All right, I'm gonna ride.
Who put on there?
What's up,
Who else did you put on? You had Grant, Ramos, Jan, and who?
Dumas? All 4 of your locks.
Oh, where?
Yeah, he just did a line close to the actual number of the other fight.
Yeah, because Dumas is not on.
It'd be like plus 380.
Wow.
It's not bad.
If you wanted to put the line on the 3 people that you do have locks on, it's plus 203.
Damn, I might just do that.
I feel like Piotr Jan's line might change over the next 2 days. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Go up more or down?
Yeah, I
more?
think it might go up more.
Might go
He
up
was
more.
minus 250 yesterday. He's minus 260 today.
Might go up
We've
more.
seen these main events lines fluctuate over the last couple weeks, right before the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Jake Paul's bitch ass. Shout out John Jones. He did the same thing, so maybe get it in now.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. Those are the picks. Well, Steve's going to go undefeated again. If Steve goes undefeated again, we got to do something.
Celebrate.
If Steve goes 4 weeks in a row without missing a lock. Yeah, you know what, Steve? You fucking better put a bet in for your locks. You fucking better. If you don't, I will.
I think I might this week.
Shit.
I am. Ride or die. Right into the sunset. Fucking walk into the bookie, Conor McGregor style, slapping it on the table. Fucking give me that dough. Give me that cash.
Motherfucking Steve was the only one to pick Erin Blanchfield in her last fight, and he locked her up. The ball, sir, your balls are poking out of your jeans right now. I can't even see you, and I know that.
I knew it. I just felt it in my bones, in my jeans.
Felt it in my plums. All right, that's going to do it. Episode 165 in the books. Everybody go check out UFC Vegas 71 this week. Go follow us on our Twitter at MMA Complete Pod. And let me grab this real quick. Make sure you clear your throat. Make sure you're all ready, buddy. Take us out.
And